In today's video, we're going to do a little bit of work on shoulder mobility. Now, I touched on this briefly in the running shoulders video I did recently. But there's one little thing I forgot to mention, which is quite important. So, I use these range of movements on almost every training session I do to warm up the shoulders, but we're looking for a range of motion or mobility rather than the speed and quantity of movement. So we're looking for good movement. So the aim with this as well is to keep the body fairly stable, so no rotation. So simple movements to start with are single arm circles. So again, we're not doing that with the body, we're keeping fairly stable. Get the upper arm as close to the head or ear as possible and a wider circle as possible. So one of my pet peeves is when I see people performing this type of movement, they'll be doing that. And I see professional footballers, Premier League footballers, you see them warming up on the television and they're doing that. And you might say, well, they don't need that specific range of motion. But if you cannot perform a good movement because there's a restriction somewhere, any restriction in one joint is going to affect another joint. So we're looking for quality of movement. So single arms going backwards, and I always perform 10 repetitions or 10 circles in each direction. So again, very little movement from the body. Do the other arm. I won't do the full repetition range for the video because it'll take forever. Going forwards. Again, you're getting the upper arm as close to your head as possible and brush the arm against the thigh or the leg and get that movement. Same with the other side. And then I would do each side in each direction and then double arms. So many moons ago, I used to teach fitness instructors and personal trainers kettlebell movements so they could then go and teach their clients kettlebells. Now, this was a big part of my warm-up for the shoulders. And I always remember someone saying, what's it matter if you can only get the arm up there? I thought, if it's because there's an issue with your shoulder, you're not going to increase that range. If you keep doing that movement, you need to work on it to get it more a pure movement. So one of the movements we used to do in kettlebells was an overhead press. So the kettlebell would be sitting here and you'd drive up, get the arm locked out and just behind the ear. Now, if when you do that, your range of movement means you can only get to there, that's a hell of a lot of stress on the shoulder joint because of your poor mobility. Now, there might be a reason that you cannot improve. You may have broken something, you might have surgery, but the aim is to try and get as best movement as possible. So like I said, if you're out there with a kettlebell of whatever weight it is, 12, 16, 20, 24 kilos, that's a lot of stress going on there as opposed to there where the stress is coming straight down. So it's always worth trying to get the best movement possible. Now, the piece de resistance of this move is an alternative circle. So it's both arms going in alternate directions. 10 and then do 10 the other way. Now this is the test part of the movement. I see a lot of people that just cannot do that. They can't wire their brain to do that movement. So it's really worth practicing that. And take a little video if you can, put it in the comments of this video and let us know how you get on.